What is good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing a sit down video. I don't really do these that much at all on this channel. I usually save those for the Amazon channel, but I'm doing it on this channel today because I want to talk to you guys about the challenge that I've been doing for the last couple of months. Now, you guys have already known, a lot of you who watch the content on this channel, and even the one on my other channel, the C11 channel, you already know what I've been doing for the last couple of months. I've been doing something that's called the 2190 challenge. Kind of something I came up with on my own, but something that I also saw other people do as well. I kind of thought of the idea on my own. I looked it up. Turns out it actually was a real thing. So I was like, okay, let me try this myself. I saw people do it and put their mind to the test and see if they can really get through it. And I pretty much did it myself. I'm going to be talking about today how life has been during this 2190 challenge. I am officially 2/3 of the way done with it. Basically, how life has been. How challenging has it been for me? How difficult is it? Some of the things that I've had to go through during this challenge, and just pretty much going through each day, not every single day obviously, but my experience with the whole thing as a whole and what the challenge actually is. So I'll get off and start off immediately with what the challenge actually is. For those who don't know, the 2190 challenge is a challenge where you set yourself up to build a good habit for 21 days straight, because those who don't know, it takes 21 days to build a habit, or so science says, or whatever. Whoever's done these studies, they say it takes 21 days to build a habit. Whether that's good or whether that's bad, it takes 21 days to build a habit. So you do something that you might not want to do, or just put yourself to a challenge for 21 days straight in order to build the habit. Once that habit is built, you continue for the next 90 days, so the remaining 69 days after the first 21 days, you continue to do something else for that remaining 90 days, and you do that so that you build discipline, so that no matter how much you don't want to do it, you still do it every single morning. No matter, for example, I do cold showers every morning. No matter how much I wake up and don't want to take a cold shower, I'll have the habit of already having done it, and I'll have the discipline being built over the last 90 days. You pretty much set yourself up to be uncomfortable for 90 straight days, 21 days originally, just to build the habit. Once it becomes a habit, you continue that habit for the next 90 days, the next 69 days, and continue to work towards your goal of becoming disciplined, building new habits in life. This could be anything. This could be learning a new language. This could be reading more books. This could be cycling if you want to learn, if you want to get into biking. This could be running if you want to run more. This could be going to the gym if you want to go to the gym more often. No matter what you think you need to do, or even you can cut things out. Like if you vape, you can cut out vaping for 21 days and then continue it for 90 days. If you feel like you eat fast food too much, you can cut out that for 90 days. So many different things that you could do to cut out in your life or add to your life to make your life better as a whole, and to teach yourself discipline and to make yourself a better person overall. That's what the 2190 challenge is. And I'm going to be talking about what I've done for the 2190 challenge. For those, again, who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you, if you watch the content pretty frequently, I'm pretty sure you know, but there's 3 things that I do in this challenge. The first one being every single morning I wake up and take a cold shower. As soon as I wake up, or at least soon after waking up, I take a cold shower. I don't leave my house without having taken a cold shower. The cold shower comes first before anything. Even if I have friends over or something like that, I still take my cold shower and then we leave. Or if any circumstance that's happening, if I'm out of town or something like that, I still have to have my cold shower, and then I leave the house. I start my morning with the cold shower every single morning. Now, a cold shower is something that I've heard is very beneficial, and I've definitely reaped the benefits from having the cold shower during this challenge. I'll get onto that in a little bit. The second one that I would do, and this was the whole idea, the whole reason that I came up with this thing, was because I wanted to get back into my YouTube grind. I stopped uploading for a while. I got unmotivated. I became lazy, and I just lost all discipline for my dream. My dream and my goal is to become a YouTuber, and one of the things that I stopped doing last year, for those who don't know, I went through a divorce last year. I went through a really tough time for a couple of months, and that ended up making me stop uploading, stop doing everything that I was doing that was making me work towards my goals, all that good stuff. I was stopping it because I started to get down, I started to get depressed, I started to get unhappy, and I just started to get plain up, straight up lazy. There's no other way to put it. I became lazy and content with just being a lazy person. So another challenge that I wanted to do, because I was not working towards my dream job anymore, was that I started to upload every single day or do some sort of content every single day for 90 days straight. I am currently on day 60 of that, and I have felt so much better, so much happier with my life. I feel so much more fulfilled. I feel so much more of a person with value and meaning. I just feel better overall. And then the last one that I've been doing is reading books. I have also been reading 10 pages of a book every single day. This is the only one that I have missed a day on. And by missed a day, I'll go into that in a little bit because I still didn't fail technically, but I'll go into that in a little bit. I'm going to start off with the cold showers and talking about how having cold showers for the last 60 days, because again, I'm currently on day 60. I've had a cold shower today too. Today is day 61. I'm technically on day 61 now, and I've already had my cold shower this morning. I'm going to be talking about how I felt during this cold shower period and how much it has changed and made me a completely different person, because I'm not even going to lie. It has changed me, transformed me into a completely different human being simply just by stepping into a shower every morning and turning that water onto its coldest setting. It's weird, it's bizarre, it's crazy to think how much of a difference that can make in your life, but it makes such a difference. Now, one of the initial benefits, or actually I'll just go on to how it started off. I started off the first couple of days, especially like the first 2 days, but specifically that very first day, it was awful. It was absolutely horrible going into the cold shower. Now, I think whenever I did start this, it was still cold outside in Houston, Texas. It's no longer cold anymore. Some mornings it's cold, but for the most part, it's like humid and sticky. So the shower isn't as cold as it was during the beginning. However, during the beginning, either way, when I first stepped into there, I was like, holy crap, this freaking sucks. And I started off doing, I think, like a minute, and I added 10 seconds on every single day until I hit my goal of 5 minutes. And I've been doing 5 minutes for like the last 30 days now. I don't know how long it's been exactly, but I've been doing 5 minutes of cold showering every single morning since then, since I hit my 5-minute goal. But originally it was only 1 minute, and I remember being in that 1 minute on the first day or two and just freezing and just wanting to step out of the water so bad. I remember thinking like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this for the next 90 days? This is terrible. This sucks. This hurts. This is so uncomfortable. And I wasn't in my comfort zone. I am a person who takes steaming hot showers to the point where my skin gets red when I get out, and I love hot showers. I know they're not good for you. I actually know you're supposed to take warm showers and not hot showers. I know they're bad for your skin, but I just love hot showers. I've always been a hot shower guy. And so to go from that to a cold shower, it was bizarre. It was a crazy, nasty experience for me, and it sucked for the first couple of days. But about 20 days in, actually a couple days after that, you actually get used to the water. Like 10 days in, 15 days in, you get used to the water. You get, whether it's cold in the morning or what, it doesn't really matter. You get used to the temperature of the water. I started getting used to it. It started to not really be that big of a deal. The biggest deal was just starting to get bored within that shower. Like I'd be sitting there for like 2 or 3 minutes and I'd be like, okay, is this going to end now? Because this is just annoying me at this point. Like it started to get like, I was used to it, but I was still a little bit like, it was a little bit cold, admittedly, but it wasn't anything too bad or anything too crazy. Once I got to the 20-day, 30-day period, that's when I just started to eat the thing like crazy, like nothing. Like I was eating it like cookies. Like every cold shower every morning, I was enjoying a lot. It was really, I felt the benefits that come with cold showers. I really felt the benefits, and it was just like I felt every morning like I was starting my day off by accomplishing something. Not everybody can get up and take a cold shower. Well, everybody can if they set their mind to it, but most people don't do that. Most people don't end up setting their mind to it. And so I felt like I was doing something. It starts your mind off in a positive mindset every single morning, knowing you've already woken up and immediately accomplished something. It makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel like a better person. And so around that 20-30 day mark, I really started to reap those benefits and really start to feel good about myself. And I was in love with the cold showers. Like again, for 20, 30, even the 40-day period, I was like, I freaking love this. Like after this 90-day challenge is over, I'm going to continue doing these cold showers. So that's how that process went. Now getting on to like the 50th, 60th day, admittedly, it's kind of starting to just become a nuisance for me. Like I'm starting to feel like, yes, there's still benefits there. And yes, no matter how much, like it's getting to that point where I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do this because I've already done it for so many days. I've already proved myself. Surely I can just not do it this morning. It's gotten to that point now, but I still continue to do it every single morning. And admittedly, it feels more of like a nuisance nowadays. However, I know that I set myself up to do this for 90 days, so I need to complete it. So every morning I still feel like I'm accomplishing something, and I still feel like I need to do this continue. And I won't stop doing these cold showers until the 90-day period. Will I do them afterwards? I'm not sure about that. I feel like I probably will. It just depends. It really depends because for those who don't know, I work at Amazon. I work every Wednesday to Saturday. I wake up at 5 a.m. Whenever I work at Amazon, the cold showers benefit me so much on those mornings. However, when I'm on my off days and I wake up and I don't really have a certain time to wake up or anything like that, I can just wake up whenever I want. That's when the cold showers become sort of an inconvenience and something where it's like I don't really feel like taking mine in the morning. But for sure on my Amazon work days, I love taking the cold showers and I've built it to be a habit. And I think after this 90-day challenge, I think I'm going to continue to take cold showers at the very least every single morning before I go to work. So Wednesday to Saturday, I'll be taking cold showers. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's been throughout the first 60 days. The benefits that I felt was, of course, like I said, it makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something very early on in the day. Two, if I'm tired any morning, the cold shower wakes me up just like that. Like it wakes me up so quickly and it gets me going and it makes me feel pumped. Like I can feel my body feel a little bit more energetic, a little bit more pumped, and I just feel there. Then for the rest of the day, most of the time, this doesn't happen every single time, but like 99% of the time, no matter how tired I am that morning, after that cold shower, I'm good for the rest of the day. Like I don't need caffeine, I don't need coffee, I don't need any of that. I feel perfectly fine as soon as I've had that cold shower. So waking up and feeling better about myself and just waking up and feeling less tired has been a crazy benefit as well. One of the other benefits is that I've been getting to work earlier because I wake up earlier to take these cold showers. I get to work on time and I get to work earlier than I used to. Like sometimes I would pull up late to work. Nowadays, I'm always on time to work because of the cold showers. That's also been a really good benefit as well. And it just gets me up out of bed earlier. Like that's another one too. It gets me up out of bed way earlier. I used to be one of those people that was constantly snoozing their alarms until the very last second until I can rush out of the house and get to work as fast as possible. I used to be one of those people, but now I wake up on time every single morning because I know I have to take a cold shower. So there's no point of trying to snooze my alarm when I know that if I miss or if I do snooze it and stay in bed a little bit longer, I will literally get to work completely late, like after I'm supposed to clock in. So it's definitely helped me to get up on time now, and it's definitely gotten me out the house earlier. And I've just felt my mornings, every single morning has felt so much more fulfilling. But I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the cold shower. There's probably still some stuff that I'm missing here and there. But if you've ever wanted to challenge yourself, I would definitely recommend taking cold showers for 90 days. It has been incredibly beneficial. I have really, really loved it. I've really, really enjoyed it, and I'm happy with how it's working out so far. So that's what's happened with the cold showers. The next challenge has been the daily uploading, the content creation, all of that stuff. I've done that now for 61 days, which is crazy. I think daily uploading is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult thing a YouTuber can possibly do. Daily uploading, for those who think that it's easy, it is not. If you don't do content creation, uploading a video every single day of your life, every single day of your week, it is incredibly exhausting. It can cause burnout. It's incredibly tiring. But for me, I haven't felt any of that. I've set up my schedule to where I separate my recording into multiple days. Like for example, my weekend starts on Saturday, so like I would have done some content on Saturday, I would have done some content on Sunday, some content on Monday, and some content on Tuesday. And then for the rest of the week, excluding Fridays, I don't record content. It just depends. It depends how busy I am that day and depends what I'm doing. But a lot of the time, it's usually spread out within a couple of days where I'll schedule uploads every single day, or I'll do live streams as well. Sometimes I do live streams. Like the last week and a half, I got incredibly busy to the point where I couldn't upload on my C11 channel, so I just live streamed as a substitution. It really just depends what I'm doing on a certain week. But yeah, it's been incredibly beneficial. I went from being a very lazy person to completely changing in an instant, and now I'm back to where I was before. I am an incredibly hard worker. All I want to do is work. All I can think about is working, and I do like to take time. I think something that I didn't do back then before I became lazy again, something that I didn't do back then was I would feel guilty for taking time. During this 2190 challenge, I've definitely not felt guilty about taking time off anymore. So I'll have like one day out of every 14 or every 21 days where I'll take just a break and not really do much. Maybe I'll do one video or I'll do one live stream, but for the most part, I won't do anything else outside of that. And that's been nice to have those types of breaks. But as a whole, I feel so much better. I am significantly happier knowing that I'm working towards my goal again and working towards my ultimate dream of becoming a full-time YouTuber. I'm so much happier because of that. It's reflected on all of my channels. The C11 channel is doing, well, that one's doing okay. It's doing slightly better than it was before. The Nate the Padia channel, which you're watching this video on, has been doing so much better. It's been so nice to push out content. I have gained so many subscribers since I started uploading again, and it's really, really nice to see the work reflect in my goals, or the goals, like my goals being reflected towards my work, basically. And on top of that, I have a third channel where I discuss professional wrestling. That channel I started I started uploading on there again, I think it was like late February or early March or something like that, and it's currently April 4th while I'm recording this, and I've already seen a gain of, I think I started off with 8 subscribers, I now have 60 subscribers, so I've seen a gain of subscribers there. I've gotten a decent amount of views, and it's just making me feel like I'm really working towards something, and it's fulfilling me, it's making me happier, and that was the most important part of this challenge. But I think the cold showers have definitely been the biggest part. Well, not the biggest part. The video content creation every single day has definitely been the most important and key part. But the cold showers have definitely set me off on the right path of starting to do that. And then I guess the last thing I could talk about is the 10 book challenge. Basically, I've done that as well. And going back to the content creation, I think really quickly, it's not been easy, but it's never really felt extremely difficult. Like the cold showers at some point has felt like, okay, why am I still doing this? I know I can do it. Should I just stop because I know I can do it? I felt that way about the cold showers. With the content creation, it doesn't feel like I want to stop at all. I don't feel tired. I don't wake up being like, damn it, I have to do this again today. It's never felt like a chore. It's become a hobby again. That's what content creation is for me. It's a hobby, and that's how it's felt for me for a while now, and it's been nice. Some days it's really difficult because I'll have an incredibly busy schedule outside of Amazon and outside of YouTube, so I'll have so much other stuff to do, and then I have to find time to film videos as well. Sometimes it does get incredibly difficult, nearly impossible to actually find time to film this content, but I've made it work as best as I can. I think after this, because there's been some videos where I've definitely felt like I've rushed and it's kind of been quantity over quality. I think after this challenge I'll focus more on quality for sure, but I'm doing the 2190 challenge, and so for the next 30 days now, I'm definitely going to continue to focus on quantity while trying to focus on quality as best as I can as well. And then that brings me on to books. So I think I've read like 7 or 8 books now over the past 61 days. Only 2.5 of those books, because one of them I had already started before the challenge and I finished it during the challenge. Only 2.5 of these books were real books, and what I mean by that is the rest of them were manga, you know, like the little anime books. For those who don't know what manga are, it's just like the little anime stuff, but it's in book form. I've read a lot of those as well. Most of the books that I've read were those, but this is an example of like a real book that I've read, never finished. I say I've read, I'm actually not anywhere near done with it. I'm on page 59 right now, and I've been doing that. Sorry, I dropped my pen, but I've been doing that. This book has so far, I think, probably, aside from the manga, just because I love manga, this one has been a really good book so far. It's by David Goggins. I'm pretty sure a lot of you might know who this guy is. He's basically he's a former Navy SEAL, and he's had a really tough life, and he talks about how he's gotten himself up from the tough situations. He talks about motivation. He talks about discipline. He talks about like his life story and how he went from a 24-year-old who was extremely overweight, extremely lazy, had nothing going for his life, was working really shitty, low-paying jobs. He went from that to a Navy SEAL who's winning awards and medals and stuff like that, and who was running like marathons and all types of stuff like that, and who was just a really, really hard worker. And of course, I'm only like 60 pages in so far, 59 pages in, but like, he reminds me a lot of myself. It's incredible how much we have in common. I would really enjoy talking to this guy one day. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I would love to if it does, though. I'd be so happy to talk to this guy. I know he has a YouTube channel as well. I know he has podcasts and stuff like that, or at least he's done podcasts. But I have found this book incredibly, if you're looking for motivation, if you're feeling like you're a nobody in this life, or if you're looking to just feel better and get back on the road and get back to doing work, or just maybe you're lazy, maybe you've always been lazy, you want to get the fuck up and do something with your life, this book will help you out with that for sure. Because I'm so motivated and disciplined so far, at least for the first 59 pages. I haven't felt anything that's like, damn, I gotta go for it right now. But I've definitely felt like damn, I can relate to this guy so much because I have gone through similar experiences, like with what he's gone through in his childhood and all types of things like that. I've gone through a lot of the same things, very similar experiences. It's like our lives are like intertwined in some weird way, but I've loved that book so far. Another book that I read was The 5 Love Languages, which is basically for those who, if you're in a relationship, if you've been in a long-term relationship, maybe for a couple of years, or if you're married, this is specifically for married couples, but it does work out for anyone who's just in a long-term relationship as well. I'm single, but I still read the book and I still found it incredibly useful, and I definitely still want to continue reading it once I get back into a relationship and I'm finding myself falling in love with another person. It's definitely something I'll look into again, but that book was also nice. It kind of it teaches you how to show love to your partner in their specific ways, because you can't show the same love to every single person, because if you show love to one person, it's not necessarily going to work if you show the same amount of love or the same type of love towards another person. It shows you how to love your partner based on their specific needs, their specific desires, their specific wants, etc., etc. It's a really good book for those who are in a relationship. Again, that one was called The 5 Love Languages. That one was good as well. The manga I've been reading, Dragon Ball Super and Berserk, also incredible manga. I've been loving that as well. That one's more for entertainment purposes, but I've loved it a lot too. The 10 books thing is the only thing that I think I'll probably drop, because after this 2190 challenge, I think I'm going to take like a week off and I'm going to go straight back into another 2190 challenge. I'm pretty sure. I don't have it fully mapped out yet, and I haven't even thought about that yet. I'm just focused on getting to the finish line first. But once I do get to the finish line, I think I'm going to do another one of these 2190 challenges just to keep myself working and keep myself intact and, like, you know, feeling motivated and feeling fulfilled. So I think I'm going to drop the 10 books after that. I definitely want to finish this book no matter what. So if I'm not done by the end of the 2190 challenge, I will continue this book regardless. But I think I'm going to drop that simply because I like reading and I find it very beneficial, but I don't love it. It's not something I really love. Like, as good as books as that I've read, it's not something that I really love to sit down and do. It's definitely felt more like a chore outside of manga, because I do love reading manga. Outside of that, it definitely feels more like a chore to do that than anything else, than not doing that, I guess. Like, for example, the cold showers, some days, yes, those feel like a chore, but for the most part, I feel the benefits, and for the most part, I actually really enjoy doing them. Same with uploading and doing my weekly content. That's been great as well. But the book reading is the only thing that's felt like a chore. Like, sometimes I'm like, I really don't want to read today. I really don't feel like it, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, it's the only one that's felt like a chore. I'm not, as good as that book is, I don't love reading. So I think after this, I'm going to switch that out for learning a new language. I'm going to learn my Spanish, because Mexican who doesn't speak Spanish, it's embarrassing. It's caused a lot of negative moments in my life, and I need to learn how to speak Spanish. So I'm going to learn how to speak Spanish after this and try to pick that up as well for a 2190 challenge. But yeah, but again, earlier I said that the reading the books was like the only thing I've failed on so far. And what I mean by that is there's been 2 separate cases where I didn't read 10 full pages. The first one, I don't remember why I did it, but I remember making it up the day after, and I think I read like 8 pages. I don't remember what happened, but I read like 8 pages of a book, and I think either I got to a new chapter, I was like, I might as well save this for tomorrow, or I got incredibly tired. I'm not sure which one, but I was like, okay, I'll read 8 pages today, and then I'll add 12 pages tomorrow. Since I didn't finish my full 10, I missed out on 2 pages. I'll just add those 2 pages to following reading tomorrow. That happened, and then this one actually happened last night, or 2 nights ago, I think it was, where I ended up missing out on okay, so I remember what happened. I got home really late one night, and I read my books at night. So before I go to bed, that's what I do, is I read the books. But I ended up doing something that night, and I got home extremely late, like 3 or 4 a.m. And I was like, and as soon as I was about to fall asleep, like I was already eyes closed and everything, I was so close to falling asleep. And then it clicked in my head. I was like, oh crap, like I have not read today. I completely forgot to read. I got up immediately and I read 2 pages now, and I was falling asleep while reading, and I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to complete this. So I finished my 2 pages, and I was like, since I've done these 2 pages today only, I've basically failed, but I'll pick up tomorrow, and instead of doing 10 pages, I'll do 18 pages. And so that's what I did the following day. I kept up with that 18 pages. So I still never lost I guess I never lost any progress on the challenge, but I technically did fail like 2 days. I'm not really counting it for some reason. I guess because I've still read. At least I picked up a book and read on that day. Okay, I remember what happened the first time. The first time I was reading before my friend came over, and my friend came over like right at the end of my book, so I wasn't able to finish the 2 pages. I remember that now. But yeah, I technically did fail, but I still made up for it, and I still did read every single day. Like there's no doubt that I've read a book every single day, so I'm still kind of counting it as like I haven't failed technically. I've just made up and lacked slightly on the book reading. But again, the book reading is the only thing that's felt like a chore, unfortunately, so that's why I don't plan on doing it afterwards. But I've still enjoyed it so far. It's been nice. It's been a good experience, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think something I should mention is that I've done cold showers in the morning, content during the day and night, and then at the end of the night, right before I'm about to go to bed, I've done the book reading. So if you're going to do a 2190 challenge, I would recommend doing it the way I've done it, where it's taking up your entire day, if you can, where it's taking up your entire day so that your whole day is focused towards working towards your goals or becoming disciplined. That way you're not doing something, for example, like something just during the midday and that's all you're doing. It's better to do that than not do anything at all, but I've still found it very beneficial to be doing something all day and working towards my goals all day. But yeah, that's how it's been. Again, I'm on day 61 now of this challenge. It's been nice. There's been, honestly, I don't think there's ever been any days, maybe with the exclusion of like 2 or 3 consecutive days, where I was like, this is tiring. Like, I'm getting tired now. Like, this is actually, and mostly because of the YouTube content, there's been days where I'm like, damn, this is difficult. And this wasn't that long ago. I think this was like somewhere in the late 40s or early 50 days. But since then, again, I've just been doing this like clockwork. I have built the discipline. I have built the not the motivation. I've built the discipline. I've built the habit. I'm so used to doing all this stuff already that it's like, it's there. Like, I wake up and I know I have to do it. And having a planner for me has been absolutely key. Having this planner every single day and just knowing that I write down all of my goals and check them off as the day goes on. Every single day, that's what I do. Like, as you can see, like these 2 were like my busiest days, I think, of all time. Doing things like that and checking them off during the day. If you're gonna do this challenge, I would highly recommend using a planner, because it's really helped me stay up to date with everything that I have to do. As you could see, like, I keep going down or I keep going back, and you can see everything that I've done. Some days are busier than others. Some days aren't that busy at all. Like these days, I would, like this Friday, I would not consider that a busy day at all. I had 4 things to do, which is an incredibly easy day. But you have days like on this Sunday where I have a lot to do. And again, I can keep going back further and further and showing you guys like all the stuff that I have to do. It's been a wild ride. I can't believe I've been doing this for this long now. But again, we're on day 61 today. All I have left to do is this video. After this, I'm going to take a shower and I'm literally going to read my book, and I'm done for the day. It's 8-10 p.m. I'm usually trying to sleep by 9-10 p.m. So I have an hour to do that stuff, but I do have a lot to edit and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to end up going to sleep late today, but that's perfectly fine. But that's been the challenge. It's been really fun. It's been challenging, and it has changed my life like an insane amount. My life right now compared to 75 days ago, for an example, 2 completely different human beings and 2 completely different mind states. My mind state back then was, damn, I'm lazy. I want to get up. I want to do something, but I have no energy and no motivation to do so. I was just lazy and running out of discipline, running out of motivation, all that stuff. Now I'm a completely different beast. I am a completely different human being. Like, I wake up and I thrive on working all day long, and I enjoy it. I love it. It makes me feel fulfilled. It makes me happy, and it makes me want to work harder the next day. Every day I just want to keep getting better and bettering myself, and I want to make it. My whole goal in this YouTube world and life is to make it. What make it really means, become a full-time YouTuber, and on top of that, I don't know, there's probably more to it, but I want to make it. That's my goal. I just want to make it in life, and I want to succeed in everything that I put my mind to. And I know I can, but that's what life has been like lately. It's been challenging, but it's also been amazing. I feel healthy. I feel super happy, and it's been fantastic. I can't wait to keep doing this challenge. I highly recommend, if you haven't already, I really recommend you try this challenge for yourself. Again, set something up that maybe you need to break a habit, or maybe you need to build a habit. One of those 2, or maybe both of them. Do one of those 2 for 21 days straight, and then continue on afterwards. Once you hit that 21-day mark, be like, okay, I've made it this far. I can continue for the next 90 days. Because trust me, after that 21-day mark, it starts to to get easier. Some days it gets more difficult if your day is a little bit busier, but it gets easier once the habit is built, because like I said, it becomes habit. It's now habitual to do these things. It's not like a chore anymore. It's habitual. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video though, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel down below. I don't really do content like this often, but I do love talking about these kinds of things because I know some people can get motivated. I know it can benefit some other people, and definitely content like this helps me get motivated and helps benefit myself. So if you guys did enjoy it, again, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this challenge, and you should try it yourself. I dare you to try it yourself. I challenge you to do this challenge yourself. And if you're going to do it, comment down below what kind of content you're going to, or not content, but what you're going to do. What are your like 3 goals that you're going to set yourself up to do? Again, you don't have to do 3. I did 3, but you can personally do like 1 or 2 things. I'd recommend doing at minimum 2 so that you're not just working on one thing at once, but it depends what you have time for and what you can do. And really, it's all in the mental. All of this is a mental game, and this will strengthen your mental way more than it ever has been. So I definitely recommend doing it. But again, I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.